And you're listening to GLF 89.3 FM. Welcome back to the Relationship Whisperer show with Miss Dragonfly, where we discuss all things relationships with the aim to make marriage great again. And we are coming live from the studio right here in Liverpool. And I also have with me my returning guest, Bluey. Hello. Thanks for daring to come back.
Once again, we're here again.
Okay. Hope you weren't so traumatized from last time. Or the time before.
Yeah, well, I'm still here. I'm still here. The fool from Liverpool.
Into the lion's den, mate. Well, yeah, not so much, but
well, someone's got to talk for the blokes.
Yeah, someone does. But today we are discussing the present state of society.
Present state of is an extended version show.
I'll have to say between about men and women, really. But no, it's not going to be boring or that serious. What I see is a good representation of the way things are now.
Slow White?
Yeah.
Slow White or
Snow White?
Oh,
it's supposed to be
White.
Snow White.
So it's not slow, it's snow.
No, snow, yeah. From Disney. Have you heard of it? Have you heard about that movie?
I only heard the slow version.
Slow version?
Yeah, Slow White, not Snow White.
Oh.
She was a blonde.
Have you ever watched the classic?
She was a blonde.
What?
Slow White. Only joking.
Okay. Have you ever watched the original animated classic from Disney?
I saw it when it first came out.
Right in 1937? Yeah.
Only joking.
Apparently back then, it cost a fortune making it. You know how much it cost Disney, Walt Disney back then, he was alive? $2 million to make it.
What?
In money then.
Yeah.
1930s money. I mean, $2 million now is a lot of money. Can you imagine back then?
Yeah, but in them days they had to draw everything by hand.
Yeah, that's why it cost so much. Everything was hand-painted.
Every single.
And the animation, I think that was almost like a groundbreaking, like they're into uncharted territory.
Well, in the old days,
and all that.
Prior to that, they used to get like a little stick figure and write it on a book. And then flip through the pages quick.
And
then his arm would move. Did you know the world's first cartoon?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know where it was? And
No.
You know what cartoon it was and where it was made?
No.
Well, it was made in a country. What's it called again, that country that's made the world's first cartoon? It begins with an A. It's a big, big country. Apparently it's upside down. What's it called? Oh, it's A-U...
You? Does it end with an A as well?
Yeah. Australia?
It
was it?
Australia.
No, Australia. Not Austria. It was Australia, and it was Felix the Cat.
Oh, really?
Was the world's first cartoon made in Australia. Australian invented the world's first cartoon. Can you believe that?
Wow. That is... Why don't you...
And, slight digression, but the world's first movie, where was it made?
Where?
Cornell, Sydney.
What? Did that happen?
In Cornell and Sydney, they used to have these giant sand dunes.
Oh, really?
Yep, and they made the world's first movie. It was called Ned Kelly.
Oh, okay.
And so that's pretty amazing, isn't it?
Well,
so we're talking about Snow White.
Yeah,
we're talking about Snow White, the world's first the cartoon, cost $2 million, 1937. But there was a cartoon before that, Felix the Cat.
Felix the Cat, eh? I think there was the old Mickey Mouse cartoon as well, the black and white one.
Yeah,
back in.
But Felix the Cat was first.
Yeah, okay.
And then Tom.
Well, okay, as most people know, Disney tends to remake a lot of its classics. So you've got like the classic animated Cinderella. They've done a live action Cinderella movie about 10 years ago or something, and that did very well. And also like Beauty and the Beast as well. There was an animated cartoon, and then they did the live action one with Emma Watson, and that did very well because while they did changed the story a little bit to modernize it, it's still kept the essential elements of the original storyline. And so people were still able to relate the live action movie to the animated one that they previously watched. It's like kind of like bringing that alive. However, in this case, it was I think the first live action remake by Disney of Snow White. I mean, there's been lots of Snow White movies and interpretations that have been put out, like Snow White and the Huntsman, and what was it, Mirror Mirror called, and it's fine because the story was written like hundreds of years ago, so the copyright has expired all that time. So it's anything anyway. It's free for all.
Yeah, you can
make any your interpretation or take from the source material. It's fine. It's just that you can't copy the Disney version. That's it. So it's a Disney version, its own.
But the original you can.
Yeah, from the original tale.
Yeah, if it's over 70 years old, the copyright has expired.
Yeah, what's it? I don't know if it's Hans Christian Andersen or who wrote Snow White originally. But it's a German princess back then.
German?
Yeah, German. So no, it wouldn't be Hans Christian Andersen. They were Danish. Yeah. So and look, and the Snow White back then. Okay, what is the tale of Snow White? Why did Snow White get her name? Supposedly, she was born with skin as white as snow, hair as black as ebony, and lips as red as blood. Okay, and that was her tale. That's why she was called Snow White. So Disney, has been guilty a lot of, and especially Hollywood, as you know, of doing woke versions of everything. So a few years ago, we got a woke version of The Little Mermaid. Okay, that was written by Hans Christian Andersen, so based in Germany.
The Brothers Grimm are the ones that written in Germany.
Yeah, and Brothers Grimm or Hans Christian Andersen?
No, we're talking Snow White.
Okay, but
it was set in a South American country, wasn't it?
What, Snow White?
Where they had a lot of that Snow White stuff. I'm only joking. That's a bit below the belt.
Yeah, well, it was Hans Christian Andersen for The Little Mermaid, and they got a black actress to play Ariel, The Little Mermaid. And there was flack from that, but they were not. No one was directing it as the actress herself. She actually did the good job for what she got, material she got, and it wasn't her fault that she was cast as the Ariel. So they were directing it at the studio themselves, the anger at Disney, because of race swapping. I mean, if you want to do a movie with black actors or different races, then do a movie for them. Okay, they have their own movie. Show more stuff about Africa and all the things, but not do race swapping because it's not believable then.
Well, apparently they decided against making Tarzan black.
Well, they can't because they can't show a black guy running around like an ape. Apparently. They can't. That was a no-no. So a white guy running around as an ape was fine. It's fine. So they've backed off from that.
Yeah.
Okay. There's another thing they backed off, but they've cancelled another one, which I'm going to speak to. Discuss.
But they're not going to make him gay, are they? Tarzan.
We never know.
He swings through the trees.
That loincloth.
He's swinging, all right. He's swinging through the trees in more ways than one, quite literally.
Well, first off, all right, there were so many issues with this Snow White remake, so many controversy. First of all, they cast an young actress called Rachel Zegler, which apparently her father is Polish, her mother's Colombian, but she doesn't look white. She actually looks Latino. Okay, so right off the bat, people had an issue with where's the skin as white as snow that is supposed to be? Well, some people say, no, it's no longer Snow White, it's Snow Brown. Okay, Okay. And secondly, you know what? They did away with dwarves.
Well, maybe it could be a new way of second movie with Scarface or something. He say, "Do you want to meet my little friend?" It's a famous caption in a movie, and he actually has these little friends as guns. You see, so it's and he does it with a South American accent. Obviously, he's from Cuba in the movie, but in this instance, because it's Snow White, dwarfs. So, do you want to meet my little friend? A dwarf. She's not getting it, folks. She's not getting it. If it was to do with a relationship, she would have got it straight away.
Anyway.
Do you want to meet my little friend? And it's like a little dwarf.
So no dwarfs because what? Peter Dinklage had issue with the casting dwarfs. You know, this is the most famous dwarf actor in the world right now because he starred in Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones,
the dwarf in Game of Thrones. It was him, and he
good actor, that isn't he?
He is an actor. But so they did away with dwarves, and then the promo pictures that came out, they'll have 7 magical creatures instead replaced.
Little people.
No, they weren't little. There was only one character that was little. The other one, there was a black woman, a black guy. There was a tall white guy with a beard and a scarf around his head tied under his chin.
No.
The assortment of things, magical creatures. And there was so much backlash when they came out, when that images were leaked from the set came out. And so they backtracked, Disney backtracked, and instead of actually hiring dwarf actors, which have so many problems getting acting roles to begin with, because
there's not a lot of roles.
No roles for dwarves, and they're never going to cast a dwarf in place of Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible, for instance, or play a romantic lead in the main.
Well, I heard
story.
he's not that much bigger.
Yeah. He's going to have issue with that.
Holy joy.
Okay, but and so they were angry that they missed out on the chance.
What Tom Cruise was?
No, the dwarves. Dwarf community, a dwarf actors community. That they missed out a chance of work just because of
they might have been waiting for it for years.
Yeah.
Oh, there's going to be a remake soon. We're going to be first runners.
We're first runners. I mean, and so they missed out on work. And
well, can you imagine
because of political correctness? No, we can't have dwarves showing on. They'll hurt dwarves' feelings. I mean, Peter Dinklage said so.
That's anti-dwarfism.
Said yeah. Come on, you have a.
That's an anti-dwarf fight.
Dwarves living in a cave. Come on, he's going. Come on, that's what he's justification. They're angry because he was fine playing all these dwarf characters and making all this money himself. So after he's made all his money, he shut the door for other dwarf actors. So that's what they're angry.
And they could have been waiting for years for that role.
Yeah, it's
and then
easy.
All of a sudden comes in with a great big bloke with something hung underneath his chin. And he gets the role as the dwarf. 6'5" with
a tall white guy. The scarf tied around under his chin. I thought that was so comical. And so they brought in CGI dwarfs.
No.
Yeah. So they did not hire dwarfs. CGI.
No.
So that's why they lost a chance of actually getting work.
Oh, they'll have robot actors soon.
Yeah.
They're doing robots.
Because I think, well, that would have been expensive. CGI is not cheap. And for that role, and no one's happy about that.
Especially the dwarfs.
Yeah, especially the dwarfs. People know that, and people are outraged that they've actually, the dwarfs missed out on getting work. The dwarf community.
Yeah, somebody's got to stand up for the dwarfs.
Yeah, I mean, they can't stand up very high, so I'll have to stand up. I can say that because I'm shot myself.
Who said that? Who said, oh, there you are down there.
But anyway, and the biggest controversy came from the lead actress herself.
And there's more.
There's more. Okay, the actress was Rachel Zegler, but
she didn't zig when she should have zagged.
Yeah, the part of the Evil Queen went to Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman, aka Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
Yeah. So she played the Evil Queen, and people were saying, "Oh, come on, you wanted us to buy that Gal Gadot is jealous of Rachel Zegler's beauty."
She's nice
in the
looking.
story, you know.
Yeah,
mirror,
she's an
mirror on the
ugly
wall.
looking. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
Not you, you ugly bitch.
Yeah, whereas you know, Gal Gadot was a beauty queen. She was Miss Israel, and she competed in Miss Universe. I think 2004 or something like it, early 2000s. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And so, like controversy, basically the lead actress Rachel Zegler May ended up being an entitled leftist brat. She was okay before the movie actually came out. She was bagging the classic film, and I'll tell you exactly what she said. She's well thereabouts. Paraphrase what she said. The original movie came out in 1937, and very evidently so. It was focused on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her. So weird. So we didn't do that this time. So
the guy stalks her.
Yeah, she said.
Oh, you mean the guy who comes to save his life, save her life? You mean?
Yeah.
So there's a big difference between stalking and going out to save a maiden's life.
She's not going to be saved by the prince.
All right.
Going to be. She's not going to be dreaming.
How dare you save me?
She's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's going to be dreaming about being the leader she can. She can be. Okay, so that's a very, very modern take. Okay, and she was bagging that, and he said, "Oh, they think it's going to be a love story just because it casts a guy in it. You know, Andrew Burnham, nice guy, but all of Andrew's scenes could get cut. Who knows? It's Hollywood, baby." That's actually what she said.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine being that guy, that actor. He thinking he was getting this breakthrough role.
He's not a dwarf, is he?
No, but he's.
You sure it's the same story?
Yeah.
You didn't get it mixed up in the. You didn't get it mixed up in the library.
This is not Snow White. You know, they say they wanted to give a modern take, modernize it. And can you imagine? You know, if you remember in the original film, the original animated cartoon, basically Snow White ran away and broke into the dwarf's home. And they fell asleep on their beds, and they came home and saw her there. And in exchange for their protection, living at their place, she cleaned up their house and cooked for them. That's right. But you can't have a woman there cooking especially for other men. So in this movie, she was she's telling the.
They went to the takeaway.
No, she was telling the dwarves.
They ordered a pizza.
No, she was basically allocating jobs to all these dwarves. Now,
no.
You wipe. I handed the broom. Now you sweep. You say.
Oh, well, that's modern, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
That's modern.
So she gets
that's
the protection.
That's like what it's like nowadays.
And she does nothing, and she gives out orders and takes over.
Yeah, that's like nowadays.
So that's the thing. What is wrong with a woman cooking? Or even, cooking in return for them protecting her and giving her accommodation. You think that's normal even as a human?
Or something.
Or something to be able to cook. I don't think
they're not going to do it because of white privilege.
I didn't think modern Western women did.
It's not white. It shouldn't be Snow White. It should be tan white or something.
I said brown. Snow brown.
Snow brown.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was it. People did not like it. They're thinking.
Well, apparently they're calling it the worst ranking movie of all time.
I thought that was
the lowest rated movie of all time. Something about, was it Bad Santa or so? There was one at Christmas or something. I can't
some another movie.
There's a few other bad ones.
But anyway, the last I looked.
But you imagine paying $350 million US dollars. That's 500 million Australian or more.
Yeah. To produce that movie.
To produce something without a dwarf in it. Couldn't even pay for a dwarf out of all that money.
Yeah.
Couldn't even find a dwarf for that.
No, they did. They're too scared to in case they upset the left.
I'm only being facetious.
Yeah, but I'm guessing, I think the CGI would have cost them more.
Yeah. $350 million for a total flop.
So they actually
$350 million US to break even.
No, more than that. because remember, ticket sales, they only get half of the ticket sales because half of it goes to the cinemas. So they'll have to make 700 million, okay, in sales.
Just to break even.
Yeah, just to break even. And when it's been released, and it's been one of the slowest ones ever. I think they put 44 million the first week in the US, and then no, the second week, ticket sales dropped by 66%. And there's photos of the actress Rachel Zegler. She filmed herself in an empty cinema, sitting by herself and watching her own movie.
She did.
And tell you what she even did, she was bagging that. She came off and told her Brad, she said she was, I think there was that Hollywood strike or whatever. She's saying, if I'm going to spend 18 hours in a dress of a Disney princess, I deserve to be paid for every hour that the movie streamed. She said that she wished Trump supporters, Trump voters, and Trump himself never know peace. She's already alienated.
Well, maybe it's because of Trump tariffs on the movie. That's why nobody went, because of all the tariffs.
That's American aid.
I'm only joking. That's to be some reason. Trump's to blame. No, it must be the tariffs.
That was before the tariffs. Okay.
Maybe that's why he put the tariffs after that.
Maybe. But anyway, and it's so much so she antagonized, because after that post-off, she had to, I think the producer went on flew to where she was, personally came and had a talk to her. One thing about free speech, but she's under, what she's doing is affecting the film, which affects the livelihood of so many other people.
Yeah, well, apparently one of the Star Wars actors, a black guy, came out and started berating some audience people, like white privilege or something like that.
It just puts people off. Why would I want to go see a movie?
They don't. People stop going.
Why would I want to support you?
Yeah, and then if you've paid for that actor to be in there, and all of a sudden he comes out in the media and starts bleating off, well, you've already filmed it last year and it's still to be released yet, or whatever.
You just alienated.
You've just lost hundreds of millions of dollars, perhaps.
Yeah, maybe been savvy, and and what happened?
So they didn't learn the lesson from Budweiser or whatever. Bud Light.
The woke go broke.
Yeah.
Because people do not want wokeness. This is what they'd like society to be, but that's not the reality.
Yeah, a lot of the female sports stars are refusing to compete now.
With the men.
Yeah, even the fencing lady was the last one. Just the other couple of days ago or yesterday.
The one that really got me was the boxing, because that's actually beating someone.
I know.
I could not watch it. That
horrible.
Boxing at
she shouldn't have done it. Shouldn't have gone in against him. When it's a transgender, just forfeit it. Yeah.
And then all four of it.
You go and do it by yourself. Go on, just run around the park and we'll all clap. Like maybe they didn't get enough claps when they were young on the trampoline. Mummy didn't clap or something. Then maybe they want to be in the limelight and winning. So just let them run by themselves and do it by themselves.
I will talk about it. Saying,
and you know what? Maybe the viewer audiences will just be like a Walt Disney movie.
It's low testosterone.
It's like we don't want to know about it. We don't want to know about it. We just turn it right off and we turn around and we don't want to see it. We don't want to know it. We don't want to hear it. We don't want to know about it. Yeah. So that's what will happen. And it's like, you think these corporations don't know? You think they don't know? They've seen plenty of evidence. They already know. It doesn't work. Has there been any successful models? Has there been a successful business model that's been centered, pinned around transgenderism?
No,
Has there been any?
But the whole thing about wokeness, it's basically, what do you call it? Restructuring society? It's societal engineering.
Yeah. They've got an agenda and they're trying to sell it. Look, whatever you do in your own bedroom, that's up to you. That's what relationships are about. We're all adults. We can make our own choices and freedom.
What you do in your bedroom.
It's right, but it's freedom for all, yeah?
Yeah.
But what we don't want is to sell it for other people.
Yeah.
We don't want it to be sold to our children. We don't want it to be pushed on our children. We don't want it to be pushed on our TV shows and all manners of things. You think we don't know what you're up to? We see it. But there's
also other issues as well. She was pro-Palestine. She had all this is. Oh, by the way,
Well,
don't forget. Free
but-
Palestine and no, the actress
Was
Gal Gadot
Israeli.
is Israeli as well.
Whoa.
So, and because of that, also they've been making separate appearances. Like they don't get along. This is just like a 22-year-old, and Gal Gadot is 38 and married. So what do they have in common? What do they have to talk about? That was difficult to begin with. Let alone this, they brought politics into it, or she brought politics into it. And then guess what? And movie premiere, it wasn't done. It was done in a little castle in Spain. Okay. And I think the journalists got to go there as well. They really downplayed it. And what's happened was, yes, Disney now has cancelled all of Rachel Zegler's speaking appearances. So she was supposed to do a tour because they cannot trust her not being able to keep her mouth shut.
Is that right? Because they've got strict contracts. They'd have an NDA. They'd have, like, you mention one wrong word, and then that's your,
The other thing about wokeness, but she's damaging it so badly. The cancer now she's counter-suing. She's suing them.
Well, so there's no sequel for that movie.
Yeah.
Maybe she felt confident because there's no sequel.
There was supposed to be sequels and spin-offs planned, but that's all been cancelled.
Like TV series.
Yeah,
TV
but they've
series.
been cancelled. And you know what? There was supposed to be another. You've heard of Rapunzel?
With the long hair.
Yeah, with the long hair.
She saved a fortune on hairdressers.
They were supposed to do Disney's supposed to do a live-action Rapunzel movie. That I heard that just got paused.
You couldn't find anyone with long enough hair?
No, we think that they paused it because they probably had a black actress in mind to play Rapunzel.
There's no doubt about that.
And so I think they walked back on that.
Because the hair went too frizzy?
Well, probably not long enough then. Imagine trying to straighten the hair, how long it would take to straighten that hair, that length.
No, well. So there's no Rapunzel. Oh no, what are we going to do? There's no Rapunzel!
Oh
so
they
no!
finally walked back on that as well. So Disney really is losing so much money on this movie. I'm surprised they even bothered releasing it. But I think some money is better than none.
How do you turn in? How do
you ruin a classic tale like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs?
How do you ruin a classic business model like Disney that's known just about in every household around the world? It's like it's loved and adored by children all over the world, and all of a sudden you just come in and ruin it all
when you
in a
stop
few
making
years.
it about for families, you know?
Yeah.
It was supposed to be.
Well, you stop dropping the morals, the ethics, the morals, the undertones of society. It's things that
you're trying to push a message.
You're trying to push a message.
Message which people do not want.
Yeah.
And there are themes around all this fiasco and this movie. That's why I'm talking about it, about roles of men and women, and our perception of what a woman. Obviously, Snow White. They can't have a woman cooking. Oh dear. Or doing housework.
Or cleaning.
Or doing housework.
Heaven forbid.
Yeah. So that's.
But she can give the orders.
Yeah, she can give the orders. She's a leader. Thinking about true love, but okay. But I think it's time we go to a break. Have some music.
It's not the theme song for Snow White, is it?
Hopefully not. And we will be